Hey, what's going on? What's going on? It's Chef Big Bang, and this is 907 Good Eats. You're tuned into another episode of Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. We are on season one, episode 8. So if you missed any videos, definitely go back on 907 Good Eats and check them out. All right. So today we bring in TikTok to the front of the congregation and we finna break down these videos. We finna take a deep dive and really look into everything. And y'all know I'm a new YouTuber. And so if something happens and I hit a button and it goes away, I'm coming back. Don't worry. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. And make sure you go and watch the rest of the episode so you can catch up and you know what we talking about. And as always, you can support this channel by sending me a cash app. My cash tag is down below. It's money sign Chef Big Bank. So, what I want to talk about and what we're going to focus on today is about burning food. Now, anyone that has ever cooked before has burned something. You ain't gotta lie. We already know what it is. We already know what it happens sometimes. But when you are in the kitchen and you are cooking, you do want to be safe. You want to make sure that you're setting those kitchen timers, that you're not cooking if you're tired or if you're asleep. So before we take a deep dive into TikTokers, I have a post that I posted in my group on Facebook, Chef Big Bang Foodie Gang fan page. And I want to share, I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I want to share this post with you guys. So everyone thought this post was like common sense and it was crazy and they didn't get why I was posting it. But then the post went viral. I shared it into groups and I got probably thousands of comments of people saying that they could relate or they had stories when they almost burned something. And so this is one of those kitchen tips and one of those posts that seems like common sense, but as you know, everybody don't got common sense. So let me share my screen with you guys, and we're gonna go over the post. Okay, so this is my group on Facebook, Chef Big Bank Foodie Gang fan page. And this is one of the posts I made back in October and it went viral and I reshared it again today because it's very important that when we are cooking, we are taking the necessary steps because we could really unalive ourselves or hurt ourselves or even worse, burn down the whole house. You definitely don't want to do that when you're trying to cook because all you're trying to do is make some good food. So, tip, never go to sleep while food is in the oven or on the stove. Very dangerous. If you feel sleepy, go to sleep and cook later. So, if you are tired, do not cook. Just take a nap and go to sleep. And then when you wake back up, you can come back and cook. But it's just very important that you never fall asleep while food is in the oven. I knew someone who unfortunately lost their life like this. It was a hard night of party. I went to the bar, came home, was trying to make a steak, fell asleep while it was in the oven. Though unfortunately that person did not make it. This is very important that you do not go to sleep or cook while you are under the influence of any type of substance. That is very, very dangerous. Go to sleep, come back and cook later because ain't no meal is worth your life. Like no meal's worth your life. It's not. And as always, join my group on Facebook, Chef Big Bank Foodie Gang fan page. We're always posting recipes, good food. So if you want to learn how to cook, go ahead and join that group. Follow me on Facebook. So I just wanted to go over that tip with y'all before we talk about these people. So I'm gonna end the screen share. All right, all right, all right. Let me see, let me see. Okay, so we're gonna bring the first person to the congregation. Let me see, let me hit some buttons. If I go away, I'm coming back. Don't worry, don't worry. I think it's this one. Okay.
Me to
Do
watch
I
the
have
state.
okay, so and as always, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. I'm not really active on TikTok, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm posting more every day. And if you guys watched my live last night on meal prep, you know I'm intermittent fasting. I think this is day 3 days. So you might hear my stomach growl. I have not eaten since last night's meal prep. And if you watch my live, episode 7, you can check out the meal prep. It was delicious. I have not eaten since then. So what I'm doing is I'm eating 2 meals a day, in between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. And then the rest of the time, I'm going without food. We will see how it goes. In my group, there is a wellness nurse. She posts every day about intermittent fasting and eating better. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just try it. So we're just 3 days in. I just had coffee and water today. Look, I'm not letting go of coffee yet. I'm already letting go of food. I can't do coffee too. So let's play this video. And at any point in time you don't want to hear me talk, you go ahead and hit that X button, get up out of here. But to my loyal supporters, I ain't talking about y'all. And we gonna let this run the whole time. Okay, so let's get into the first girl. Let's read it first. My mom told me to watch the steak while she at work and I failed. My first comment is, what type of steak are you cooking that needs to cook for that long while you're at work? Maybe her mom just had to run to work real quick, or but the same thing with don't go to sleep with food in the oven. I don't think it's a good idea to go to work and have food in the oven. That's just not safe. If you're not gonna be at home alert and up, just don't even cook. Just don't even cook. So let's go.
My mom told me to watch the steak while
Hold on, let me.
she at work, and I failed.
Something told me. My mom told me to watch the meat while she's at work. She gets off at like 12 in the morning, so I was supposed to watch the meat. Now I came in here and I checked the meat the first time, and it was cool. Now I went back in there. I don't know. It's like either I forgot. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but something. I smelt the meat, and I was like,
See, that's why Chef Big Bang always says also, if you are going to cook, just go ahead and set you a timer. Just go ahead and set up a timer because it can save you a lot of it can save you the whole, oh, I forgot I was cooking. You don't even got to deal with that 'cause you got a timer on. So just go ahead and set a timer and just be done with it. You're not going to remember. Especially if you start watching YouTube, watching 907 Goodies, or watching TikTok. You're going to forget you are cooking. So go ahead and set a timer and just be done with it. Just be done with it. Let's see what she gotta say. Let's get back into it.
oh, let me go check on the meat. I go in here, and this is
Now she know she finna get in big trouble when her mom get home. Because not only did she ruin the food, but she ruined the pan. And judging by the looks of those steaks, like I said before, the steaks did not need to cook for that long. And I don't know how big them steaks were, but ooh, child, she knows if she still get whooping, she finna get whooped, cursed out, grounded, and then it's like when you burn something and your family see it, they gonna never let you forget it. Every time they see you, they gonna remind you how you burnt that food. Let's get back into it. Let's.
this is the meat. It was. She's gonna kill me. And I'm trying my best not to cry, but she's gonna kill
Feel like she laughing and she's scared at the same time. Girl, but her mom can't even be mad because she sent her on a dummy mission. She put them little bitty steaks in the oven for hours and was like, don't burn them. Of course they burn. They're not meant to be cooked for that long. It don't take that long to cook steak. It really don't. So I feel like her mommy set her up low key. Let's just watch it one more time. Let's just make sure that we didn't miss nothing.
My mom told me to watch the steak while she at work, and I failed.
Something told me. My mom told me to watch the meat while she's at work. She gets off at like 12 in the morning, so I was supposed to watch the meat. Now I came in here and I checked the meat the first time, and it was cool. Now I went back in there. I don't know. It's like either I forgot. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but something. I smelt the meat, and I was like, oh, let me go check on the meat. I go in here, and this is the meat. It was.
Mm-mm.
She's gonna kill me. And I'm trying my best not to cry, but she's gonna kill
No, she laughing. She might as well just go ahead, throw that pan away and just tell her mom I burnt it. Cause once her mama see that, she ain't gonna never let her forget it. She ain't gonna never let her live it down. Never. But moms also need to come to the front of the congregation and she need to stop setting people up. Because that wasn't right what she had did to that girl anyway. I'm saying watch the steaks. Of course they're overcooked. Of course they are. Steaks don't need to cook that long. These people out here is just they just need to watch 907 Goodies and they also need to subscribe to my channel so they can learn how to cook. They need to follow my group on Facebook, Chef Big Bang Foodie Gang fan page, and get some tips, get some knowledge, because there's too much knowledge out here for people not cooking properly, to not know how to cook, or to not to use that same excuse of I don't know how to cook. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, at what point are you gonna learn? When are you gonna learn to cook? Are you just gonna not cook forever and ever and ever and not try? It's crazy. Yeah, so make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the likes, and on the top of my previous reaction video is pinned to the top of the chat. And I also have the link from my Facebook group in the chat. So look, we're gonna remove her, and we got the next video coming up. So what this looks like to me is burnt biscuits. Have y'all ever burned toast or biscuits? Don't say no, because I know you lying. Everybody has. Everybody burned something. Even Chef Big Bang burned something before. Let me scoot this down a little bit. Okay, so he got some biscuits and he burned some. Even let's just watch the video and see what he finna do.
All right, you think you're burning your biscuits, slam up, throw them in the trash. Now grab you a cheese grater and watch this.
Now he know he fouled because see, this is why you can't go to people's house and eat dinner because you don't know what they gonna do. Or you can go to some people's house, but at some people's house when you go over there to eat dinner, you just never know what happened to the food before you got there. And I feel like this. Yes, I have done this before. I have scraped off the burnt piece of my toast and still ate the toast. What I will say is that the toast still tastes burnt, even when you scrape it, but it saves you some money because then you don't gotta throw that bread away and make some more toast. But those biscuits are very, very burnt. He might just need to cut off the bottom. He might just need to cut off the bottom. But see, when he came out with the whole tip, that's kitchen tip. It says, no, it's not, bro. You ruin the food and you need to be honest about it. But that's why you can't go over to nobody's house to eat because you don't know what other type of tips they gonna do on the rest of your food. You don't know what else they gonna do.
Perfect.
He just did it like he know it's gonna be good. I never so when I did it with a knife and I just scraped it with a butter knife into the sink. But he got the cheese grater out, he got the sheet pan. He this man been doing this trick for years. He know how to make it happen. He even made a whole video about it. See, when you burn food, you're not supposed to tell nobody. You're supposed to keep it to yourself. But at least, he might have helped somebody else out with this tip. Let's go ahead and watch the video one more time just to make sure we got everything, we saw everything.
All right, you think your burger and biscuits slam up, throw them in the trash. Now grab you a cheese grater and watch this. Perfect.
He said, perfect. Mm. I never had a burnt biscuit before. When I did, it was with toast. I'm curious to know, like, would the biscuit still be nasty? And he really burns them, which is an important reason why I said set a timer. Stop thinking that you're better than technology or you're smarter or you can automatically count in your head. If you set a timer, your food will come out perfect every time. Trust me, it's what I do. It's why my food looks so good. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to 907 Goodies. I got some good food on there, and I'll be setting timers on everything, so don't let me mess up. Because I already know I'll start doing something else, forget I'm cooking, and by the time I turn around, my food will be black too. Which is why I say it's important to set timers and to never cook when you're feeling sleepy. Okay, and I got a commercial for y'all before we get into the next video. I got a commercial for y'all. So let me just go back to that. Let me show y'all the commercial. We're gonna go to a commercial break before we resume. All right, and that video is from yesterday's live on meal prep. So make sure you check out that live. That was episode 7. Really good food, great commercial. So we back to it. We back to it. We finna bring up our next person to the front of the congregation. We're gonna take him out of here. We're gonna bring this up. Now. If you're enjoying this live, go ahead and hit the like button so to get the algorithm ticking. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And as always, you can support me on Cash App. So we gonna get into the next person. Let me just click some buttons up over here. Okay. So this is why I was talking about the kitchen timers. You got to set the kitchen timers because it is so easy to start cooking. And then you start doing something else. You start watching the TikTok video. You watching 907 Goodies to my good food. You start cleaning. You're going to forget you cooking. So you got to set a timer. And before we get into this video, I want to let y'all know I also make children's content. So if you have kids, you have nieces, nephews, little bitty cousins, the baby kids around the neighborhood on Ava's Playtime. Have them subscribe to Ava's Playtime, watch our great videos. We love to have fun. My daughter also does gymnastics. We also do a lot of cooking videos. Make sure that if you are a child, you always have an adult present in the kitchen with you when you are cooking. So that's for kids, and it's a lot of fun. So please go ahead and check out Ava's Playtime on YouTube. I'll let that run for a little bit. So we're gonna get into the first person. Let's see what they got.
Things that happen to you when you start cooking and you forgot about and you go doing laundry and then you back and start working and look at this.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Too often we hear the same story that someone was cooking and they forgot, which can be fatal, can burn down the house and burn your food, which wastes your money because your food is now burnt. And all you were trying to do is eat and cook. Set that kitchen timer, stop playing, watch 907 Goodies, learn how to cook, subscribe to the channel, like this video. Let's get back into it.
Uh-huh. Things that happen.
The homegirl did say the steak. I don't know how that steak is gonna taste. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced it, but when you have the taste of burnt on your food, it just is like one of those flavors that you can't mask. You can't, there's nothing you could do. It just tastes burnt. But the steak did look like she saved it a little bit. Let's just go ahead and the steak looked okay. You can still see a little bit of burn on there, but it might have that burnt taste, even if it don't look burnt. This is why when somebody invites you over, it's a little, it's a little sketchy. You don't know what happened to the food before you got there. But with that being said, going over to certain people's house to eat is okay. But do a little smell. You gotta inspect the food real quick before you eat it. But she did say the steak, and then when you have the cost of food and meat is so expensive now, I can understand why somebody would eat some burnt steak. Let's watch this video one more time so we can really look at it, really analyze it. But y'all gonna learn. Y'all are gonna learn. Use a timer. Do not cook when you're feeling sleepy or tired. With anything in the oven, it could be fatal. You definitely want to make sure that you're practicing kitchen safety when you are cooking. Because it's funny now because the house didn't burn down. But if the house would have burned down, we wouldn't be laughing. We'd be crying. Let's watch it one more time. Let's get back into it.
Things that happen to you when you start cooking and you forgot about and you go doing laundry and then you back and start working and look at this. Uh-huh.
I hope
Things
she
that happen.
learned her lesson. And somebody tell her come watch 907 Goodies and subscribe and like my YouTube channel and learn how to cook so she can stop playing. She don't got to be a victim no more. She could be a winner if she chooses to watch 907 Goodies. Okay, so we finna take her out of the congregation. We hope that this lady starts using timers and starts doing the right thing because it's funny until your house burned down or your kitchen gets on fire. It's not funny no more. So make sure you use that timer. Also, because when you're cooking pasta or beef, you want to also set a timer so that your food is not overcooked and cooks properly. The one reason why I set timers like on my pasta and stuff is so that my pasta can be cooked perfectly every time. You will begin to learn consistency when you use timers, especially with beef or protein or anything. You never want to have your food be overcooked. Ugh, who like overcooked food?
You look at this.
Okay, so we can go back to him. Okay, so my guy here, we finna see what he got going on, what he talking about. One thing I would say is he looks very passionate about whatever he is about to say.
Never let your girlfriend cook for you. Look at this. Like, how
Okay, the first thing he did wrong here was picking somebody that can cook. If you get with somebody who cannot cook, you do not have a right to be mad about anything because you knew what it was before you got here and when you got here. And I don't know what kitchen she cooked that in, but when something is in the oven and it's burning, you can smell it. So shame on the both of them for not being aware that something was in the oven burning.
do you even do this? How is this even possible? Wait. Oh my god, it's solid.
I hope you like the food I made for you.
It looks great, baby.
Try it.
I'm gonna try it right now.
One thing I would say, he a real one for trying that food because I would have saw that and I would have been like, I'm full, I just ate. I wouldn't even eat something like that. I wouldn't even play about that. I'm not finna eat no nasty food to make you feel better. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that. Like, no, this food is burnt. I'm not eating it. I feel it was disrespectful of you to burn my food and serve me this. So I'm not eating it. And that doesn't make me a bad girlfriend. That makes me an honest girlfriend. And I wouldn't want my man to just eat some food that he know is nasty or messed up just to impress me or just to make it so I'm not mad. I want you to be honest with me. But with this food, you need to be honest with yourself.
Mmm. Never let your girlfriend cook.
I feel like he should get the Boyfriend of the Year award because he even had the nerve to say, But honestly, you need to get away from that girl because she didn't even care about you. To serve somebody some food like that, this had to be a prank because ain't no way. This had to be a skit. Ain't no way that he would serve that food and take a bite and said, there's just no way. There's just no way. Ooh. I want to see how this girl looks, but some people would just be looking like they can cook. Let's go ahead and watch this one more time.
Cook for you. Look at this. Like, how do you even do this? How is this even possible? Wait. Oh my god, it's solid.
I hope you
This
like
is
the
why I
food I
say
made
set a
for
It
timer.
you.
looks great, baby.
Try it.
I'm gonna try it right now. Mmm. Never let your girlfriend cook.
Hey bro. Tell your girl to come over here and watch 907 Good Eats. Learn how to cook. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Ain't no reason for y'all to be out here not knowing how to cook. It's 2023. There's too much free information on the internet. No excuse. And for y'all women and men, If somebody says they can't cook or they refuse to cook, uh, definitely think about it. You know, that's a big red flag. Somebody that can't cook or ain't even trying to cook, that's a red flag for me. We're gonna bring up our next person to the front of the congregation. And already not looking good, bro. It is not looking good. It's not looking good. Okay. If you're cooking and a fire breaks out, throw salt onto the fire and put the fire out. They taught me this in culinary school. We do it all the time. There was one time while I was in the kitchen where I turned around, right? I was like, I turned around because there was like these flames I could see at the side of my eye. And I'm like, what the heck? I look at the stove and I kid you not, that mug was on fire. I said, what? Right? And then he threw salt on the fire and it put it out. And I went over there and I was like, are you okay? Because I know he was scared. I said, are you okay? Like, what are you doing? I think that he was using the flat top. He turned it on and he put oil on it, and the flat top was not cleaned properly, or no, it was the stove. So he turned the stove on. The stove was not cleaned properly. There was a piece of food in the stove that caught on fire, and this was a gas stove. Because in the kitchen, they like to use gas stoves, and so it caught on fire, and it was a big flame. And I was like, bro, he said, I got to take a break after that. But my thing is this, if you are a cook and you're in the kitchen and you're about to use the stove and you see a big chunk of food in the stove, take it out. Why would you just turn on the gas stove with a big piece of food in there? Take it out. It's like somebody gotta clean. So if you have a fire, throw salt on the fire. That doesn't work. Then get the fire extinguisher. But before you do the fire extinguisher, use the salt, because once you use the fire extinguisher, I believe they have to replace it. But salt works really well too. And so throw salt on the fire. But I just gotta tell y'all that kitchen story. It was crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, I was low key a little bit scared too. Like that flame was pretty big, but luckily we were in the kitchen and it's an industrial kitchen, so they have great fans. But I know he was shook after that. So this is another reason why I said set those timers, stop playing. Let's see what's finna go down.
I gotta get smart on this.
Okay, the first thing I see is that this. If there's a fire, you should not put your shoe or your foot on the fire to put the fire out, because your shoe is flammable. There's a lot of people also in the background screaming, and there's a little bit of crying. Try your best to stay calm. That is like the number one key. Like when things go wrong in the kitchen, you gotta stay calm. You can't be like freaking out, crying and screaming, cause you start doing stupid stuff. Like, why would you use your foot to put out a fire? And see, this is why the ovens is on fire in the first place. Because they ain't smart. That's why. That's why the oven's on fire. Because they ain't not smart. They didn't set no timer. He's trying to use his foot to put out the fire. How dumb can you be? This is why, let me go ahead and tell y'all again. This is why you need to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can learn how to cook and you can avoid these stupid mistakes in the kitchen. Let's get back into it.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! I gotta get
It looks like they tried to throw the fire onto the floor. Bro, what is going on here? Why? Why? Why would you do that? I'm curious to see how this ended for them. Because the video cuts off. Maybe it cut off because they had to get serious about it and really try to do some proper techniques with the fire out. But I just want to say this could all be avoided. And the food doesn't look like it's burning, so I'm curious as to how they even got a fire in the first place. But they're not that smart. Let's go ahead and watch the video again. Let's get back into it.
I gotta get squirt water on this. Alright, get out. Alright, quit. Oh shit! Oh fuck! I gotta
Okay, you should definitely not be depending on your kids to put out a fire. Like that should not even honestly, I feel like this. If you're cooking in the kitchen, kids shouldn't even be in the kitchen. But why would the kid come to the rescue? Like that is crazy to me. Like this whole family dynamic is kind of weird. In my opinion, the kid is coming to the rescue to save the mom and the dad from the fire that they have now created in the oven. Like what? Make it make sense. Let's go ahead and watch this video one more time because I can't even believe what we looking at here.
I gotta get squirt water on this. Alright, get out. Alright, quit. Oh shit! Oh fuck! I gotta
Okay. See, this is why you need to go ahead and watch 907 Goody, subscribe to my channel, watch my videos, and like my videos so you can learn how to cook. So you won't find yourself in these crazy situations. I'm not sure how they got like 2 or 3 small fires or what was even in what she even put in that oven. And I don't know why the kid was coming over there to save him. Like I said, if you have a fire in the kitchen, put salt on the fire. If that doesn't work, get the fire extinguisher. But before you do that, try salt. Everybody has salt in their kitchen. Put salt on the fire. It works. I've seen it in real life. Just absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. And we are going to go to a commercial break. I'll get back to you after this commercial. So that is a commercial that I put together. That was last night's live. Meal prepping with Chef Big Bank. I'm trying to eat better. I'm trying to do better. Trying to lose a couple of pounds. So I'm trying this intermittent fasting where I only eat twice a day. This is day 3 for me. But today's a little different because I don't have to work. So I'm trying to stay busy. Y'all probably heard my stomach growling during this video. And let me show y'all how I eat when I'm not fasting. Or let me show y'all how I normally eat. Okay, so that was last night's live. Meal prepping with Chef Big Bang. But before I start trying to do better, let me show y'all the before video. Okay, so hold on, bear with me. That's right, man. this is Chef Big Bang. Thank you so much for watching and 907 Good Eats. Make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe.